Callum and Joe playing Chester. I believe I can't really see what's back there. It's also in the wall, so we'll get a update on
I
that.
see a little tail coming out. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. What has a pink tail? Is it Mystic? It might be Mystic.
It might be Plunder's hair.
Yes, actually, that's exactly what it is. It's Plunder. He's got Plunder as well, and actually, I think Io probably has Plunder.
I think actually I remember Aya has Fiki.
Oh yeah, sorry, Aya has. No, yes, you're right. Aya has Fiki instead of Calum and Joe. I had to get this game. So
and we do. It is actually Alatar on the Gokong again, and Archaics instead of on Claudessa normally is on Hail. But most importantly, go check out TMB Ogi. He is running the Flash Moxie. So I'm a huge fan, and I really hope he does well this game because I love that skin.
Oh, I've seen the old Flash.
Yeah, man.
Old Flash.
The Flash.
I actually take the Hulk skin. I like the Hulk.
Good point. Good point.
I'm a Hulk man myself.
This particular skin is actually you can actually get. It's from the default gear set. The Flash one is.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yep. Not from the collector's edition.
I see. I see. Just looking at items for the game gets going. Carter taking a Fellblade. Chester doing the same things. That early power for them for the probably their pushing or poking potential. Jinshi taking health and mana regen, both the shards. Aya taking 2 clarity shards for their early mana regeneration, and Harrow taking the traditional throwing axe to help him farm in the bot lane.
Yeah, and on the flip side, over on Birthday Boyz, we see in the top lane Bozy taking on the double health regen. We see TMB Ogi. I really hope I'm saying that right as well. Ogi picking up boots on Moxie. Hopefully, just kind of going to be poking with that. In the mid lane, Archaics with Plunder. Hail starting double mana regen. Monte Cristo starting that Sage Circlet again on Vex. And bot lane, you have Alistair running Gokong with a throwing axe. So it's going to be another farm fest down in bot lane with double throwing axe.
Yeah, it's very traditional item pickups, except usually Bastion I see pick up mana regen so you can shield and clear waves with that Q, but it's basically going to try and get in the front there and do a little bit more damage, so playing a little safer.
Yeah. Birthday Boyz is actually mixing it up a little bit. They usually have Monte Cristo and Bozy laning together. Now they're having Archaics and Monte Cristo laning together. So a bit interesting how they decided to mix it up.
Yeah, I mean they've got a game under their belt already, so they have an opportunity to change things up here and try some different things out. So why not take it? I mean, look, Calman, Joe, and Rock and Roller, both playing push heroes and going top lane, so they're probably going to take that power fairly early. Uzi going in with the stun and doing some nice damage to Aya, but Moxie not following up until a little bit later, but actually doing huge damage with 2 Qs and a W.
Indeed.
Mid lane just pushed their lane with Plunder, so they're going to take the Ancients. It looks like they'll get back in time to grab their creeps mid as well, at least get the XP if they are unable to farm mid on the tower.
Yeah, and bot lane is... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Keep on. I was going to say in bot lane, early on going in favor of Minky, Plunder is doing a good job of just kind of pushing up into tower, and so it's probably where Gokong wants to be against a Harrower anyway. If he's out in the middle of the lane, he can kind of get zoned by auto attacks. So I'm not too sure Alatar is upset about that. But mid lane actually is getting... they pushed in after taking the Ancients, and Carter's pretty low and out of mana. Fiki's going down right here. It's kind of an interesting use of Fiki. I don't think it was that necessary. Archaic's taking a lot of damage on Hail, able to dodge the Qs. Q's back in himself, and they almost get a kill onto QLO, but he gets out just fine. He's going to pop a couple potions, get his health back up, and get right back into lane. Landing a Q onto Archaics to stop his health potion as well. Top lane, Callum and Joa and Rock and Rolla are just taking that camp as soon as it's up, every opportunity. Them being on the Valor side, actually, they do have the advantage of that camp since...
Yeah, they don't have to walk around a huge wall to get to it either.
Right, and if they have to run away, it's a direct line to their tower versus the other way around.
Yeah, basically going in with a nice stun, but Kalmacho just casting his Q as he does so he takes a lot of return damage. It's kind of the issue of going in on that lane up top, although they're squishy in the early game, they do have a lot of disengage and heavy damage to stop you continuing the chase. Bias, Pit, and Chester's Q. At the moment, there's not really much action going on, it's mostly just farming. Top lane trying to hold their own against that really heavy push.
Yeah, and Alistair is now starting to get really kind of bullied down in the bot lane. He's really far behind in GPM, and with Plunder up again, I think he's going to be able to just go free farm a jungle camp.
And we have a special guest appearance with Hirab's Doc.
Yes.
And Archaic's taking a lot of damage in the mid lane. He will just walk away. There's no mana on preferred right now, so he's not in any direct danger. Nice rocket, but it's gonna just miss him. Just heading back up to top now as a plunder used by Boozy there to push the lane back in their favour, but it's not really doing much for him. I just said Minky, but the bot lane just putting the pressure on Gokong down there, so he's unable to farm as easily under the tower. He is actually quite far behind Lewis on his team right now.
Yes. Just a lot of poking and farming going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, Cameron Joe's team here, they do have an advantage in the early game. Gokong is not that good. Like I always say, Gokong's not that great bot lane in my opinion. He needs a lot more help getting those, getting that CS and getting those items. And as you can see, he's getting harassed quite easily by Harrower, who can just poke him at range.
Yeah, the only lane doing well right now is mid lane for Birthday Boyz. They managed to use the Fiki to take the Ancients every single time, but they're the only lane that's ahead in GPM at the moment.
Enemy missing mid.
The issue is going to be here is that Birthday Boyz have a team very reliant on like winning these team fights, but Calma Joe's team have so much disengage and anti-engage with the top lane comp that they're running at the moment. That's going to be very, very hard for ESKT to get those early engages.
Yeah, another thing too is that Aya is finally level 6, so if there's an engagement outside of top lane, it's actually in favor of Joe's team. So hopefully, we'll see if Birthday Boyz takes that into account when they start a fight. Oh, it was actually a wraparound by Bozy jumping onto the Aya. Monte Cristo ulting in, Aya last second getting a heal onto herself, which most likely saved her life.
Yeah, most definitely.
Really good
she was going to go down to those rockets by Monte Cristo. Monte Cristo, great map awareness and really good engage by them. As I said, it's just unfortunate that they have so much anti-engage and disengage that ESKT aren't going to really be able to capitalize. And unfortunately as well, mid lane getting pushed here by Carter and Jinchi. Not really much Hale can do on his own. Nice ulti though to keep Preferred under the tower, but he is going to go down. Preferred gets away with 20 HP.
Good dive.
Yeah, good dive by them.
Good awareness by Joe's team, yeah, to recognize this 2v1.
Yeah, that was a really, really good reaction though by Hale. It's very unfortunate that he didn't get that kill considering how long Jinchi was under the tower for. He landed his ult and got a nice Q on her, but yeah, unfortunately 20 HP is OP.
Jinchi proving again to be a really nice champion, despite not being picked up in the NA scene.
She does have a damn click and an Alderstone at this point too, so I mean those are two semi-good early game items that are going to keep you alive. Nice engage by Boozy, but again the disengage for Calman Joe's W there to speed up Aya.
Really good harass by Kyolo, taking Monte Cristo down to half health with just a couple Qs and a W.
And he has got that hot rod skin as well, so he definitely gets bonus points.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm actually spectating in low graphics and it's just pure red for me right now, but... Is it the green one?
No, it's black. It's black and I guess.
Oh, okay. It's gonna pop those power boots to take out those ancients down in bot lane.
GSC
sorry,
here
mid
has a
lane.
substantial lead for this point in the game. They're up by 3,600 gold, which is quite a big amount for how far we're in right now.
Yeah, and it looks like Josian's actually going to make a loop around over in top lane. Callum and Joe rushing in. Counter engaged by Monte Cristo. They're going to jump onto Callum and Joe, and Moxie's going to secure the kill with her, with the
With his
the
Q.
ball.
Oh, with the ball, with his W.
I
Yeah,
was trying to remember the name of the.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cam and Joe, they didn't have any mana, so he couldn't ult himself, he couldn't ult I or anything to turn that around for them. Really good map awareness by Monte Cristo, great engage, for our counter engage. And that's going to bring them back into the game a little bit.
Ooh, and a little skirmish going down in bot lane. Looks like it's going to be in favor of Minky though. Altair's got an interesting build, or components going. I wonder what that is. I'm sure you can hear my dog in the
Yeah, I can.
background still panting. We've got like a
He's
storm
probably getting a
brewing, and
Thundercaller, it looked like a Thundercaller. And a nice engage
that
mid
would make
lane,
sense.
but unfortunately, being as it's Jin, she's just going to ult and get out of there with about 30% health. Nice couple of Qs coming up from Carter as well to help ward off that fight. He's just left Boozy alone top lane though, Moxie, and he's not doing so hot against that push strategy. Moxie is coming back, so he should be fine to defend that tower, but it is going to take substantial damage.
And interesting enough, we were about to see it. Chester actually picked up a golden protector. I'm not too sure about that for
It's actually
an age like
the
that.
way to be playing him right now is like advocating. Look at engage bot lane, Minky getting caught as he's trying to take down the tower. Vex coming in, shields Altair, who uses his ult on Minky, but doesn't look like they're gonna follow up. Oh, he is going in with the ultimate, but unable to do anything as Minky bounders out. He misses the Q, and he's gonna take tower damage, and he's gonna go down to the tower. Nice auto attack by Minky. Good turn to clean that up. A little bit advantageous by Gokong there to. Sorry, adventurous by Gokong. Let's try that. Preferred actually going up top lane for a gank. He TP'd onto the Aya. Sorry, no, he doesn't have TP boots. I don't know how he got up there. I'm not seeing him, but
He must have jumped
pick
with his
up them.
E as it's on cooldown at the moment.
oh yeah, sorry, yeah, he did. That's exactly what he did.
Ooh, they're actually going to ult preferred here. Questionable ult at best.
Well, I'm
don't think
sure
there's
that they
a- oh,
would
there we
get
go.
that tower, and he is going to continue with the engage. Bastion being Curse Wander there, tries to use his W to escape, but really well played by Preferred to get in front of that stun and stop Bastion from advancing that towards his tower. Looks like Monte Cristo and Hale are going to push mid lane while they have the opportunity to do so. Carter doing his best to keep that tower alive with his E and W there. And Joe's team are going to try and pick up a bold here. They do have the cursed one, so they're going to take it down fairly quickly, but
Yeah,
Gokong
Birthday
is
Boyz just
there.
sniffed it out. Gokong does have his ult back up, so he will be able to chase them down. And they're gonna instantly start Baldir the second they can. And there goes the ult. I believe it's mainly just to scout out at this moment.
And
There's
we
gonna
have
be a pause.
nice pause. Tactical pause here.
Bosie's actually in the process of ulting from the high ground. He is spotted from that the vision ward right there, and I believe QLO could be a dead Carter at the moment. Let's see, Minky was the one to disconnect. Should be reconnecting here any second. Minute. Yeah, I really believe Birthday Boyz are just gonna get this Baldir and probably get out of there. They don't really have good positioning. They'll most likely get collapsed on. Unless there's a nice pick on to Carter from Bozy. Ooh, they don't get it. Oh, Alistair actually leaves. Oh, great ult by Aya, hitting 3 of the team members. Moxie following up with a nice yarn ball. Oh, great ult by Hale there, hitting 3 members, taking out Aya in the process. Minky's now back into the battle, but he's trying to go in when he doesn't have a team. Good ult by Chester getting onto the Harrower. Is it enough to keep him alive? It looks like it isn't. Moxie ult contributing to that death right there. And Birthday Boyz is going to leave really low right now. Ooh, Bozy nice getting a good stun on Chester, hoping to save Monte Cristo. Monte Cristo is going to take a questionable area to back from, but he does have wards.
I mean, Bozy had an issue there where they paused, and they could definitely see him coming in. Otherwise, I think he would have had the element of surprise on Carter there, and definitely taken him out earlier in the fight. As you said, Ireland did a nice 3-man ultimate, which kept them alive, and Gokong went down pretty quickly. I wouldn't have expected him to go in at the point he did, considering he is quite far behind. But overall, Birthday Boyz did come out on top of that fight. They picked up the Baldir, and they took out a few members of Joe's team, so really good ult by Archaics as well, coming in and landing on both the backline carries.
Oh, good side step by the Hale. It doesn't have ultimate to follow up with this Q. Preferred jumping in to stun Archaic, and that is going to be one dead Hale for sure. Looks like they're going to be able to follow up that kill with a tower. Pretty much uncontested. And we see Alatar in the bot lane just kind of farming the jungle as best he can. Doesn't really want to show himself. There's a fallback signal from Bastion onto Alatar. Looks like, ooh, this is going to be a nice scary bush set up by Joe's team. They might not be able to get it. It might have been spotted out by... they do see it. Alatar did grab that vision ward, so they do see their team moving over. They're going to have to get out of there fast. Monte Cristo is staying possibly a little bit too...
Yeah, Jinchi cancelled his jump there, which was interesting. I thought he would have been able to get straight into Monte Cristo. Unfortunately, Monte Cristo was able to get out scot-free, just recalling in the bush near the tower. 2 blunders coming out mid lane, but it looks like Joe's team is definitely going to win this push with Aya and Chester.
Yeah, there's actually 2 people bot lane for Birthday Boyz, 3 people bot lane. Monte Cristo ulted down. They were hoping to get onto Minky, but that guy is just too tanky and too mobile right now. He actually just said, oh, there was an ult by Aya somewhere. I didn't see exactly. But there's kind of a little small skirmish going on. Preferred not into the greatest of spots, but his team is coming from behind to come help him out. They're getting zoned out while Preferred just gets wailed on. Bozy, super tanky, tanking QLO and Harrower. Nice Moxie ult onto QLO. They're going to try to chase him down. QLO puts up his fireworks, but nothing's going to come out of it. Meanwhile, mid lane, there's going to be a defense from Archaics trying to hold off Aya and Chester with a plunder active at the moment. Not too sure how effective he's going to be there. He doesn't have a lot of damage. He's kind of built full tank with an agility stone as his only increased damage output. Just kind of trying to clear the wave. He is able to defend the tower though.
Yeah, and as we said before, like ASKT team definitely have like a late game team fight composition, but Joe's team are really making the best out of their push strategy, and their GPMs are just through the roof right now. Unfortunately, they're not able to pick up these objectives as I assumed they would. Tower is still bombing with 5 members of Birthday Boyz at Baldir.
Yeah,
Who
here
does
comes
not
a
have
huge
his
team
ultimate,
fight.
and Joe ults Jinchi there, keeping her alive. Nice ult by Hale. Aya's going to heal herself up though, and Preferred's going to pick up a double kill using that chain from Chester to do huge amounts of damage. And Bastion also going to go down. Archaic managed to get a nice little kill as a token for his team, but that's going to be a free Baldir for Joe's team and a complete team wipe actually on the SKT, so really well played.
Yeah, that was really the doing of Chester and his ult. He was able to connect with, I believe it was Harrower there, who was able to jump in, and his ultimate was just shredding through Moxie during that entire fight, and that's basically how Moxie died, was through the Chester ult.
And Harrower as well, rotating at the last minute, just to ensure that no one was going to get away. Also allowed him to push the mid lane, whilst his team went and got that top lane tower.
It was actually the ult onto Jinshi, my mistake.
But it's a Boldia for each team now as well, so nice stun by Bastion. Unfortunately, Minky is quite tanky with that golden protector, so he says, I don't care about your stun, I'm going to keep pushing with my team.
Yeah, now they're going to be sieging this mid lane. Ooh, nice downtown stun from Jinshi onto Hale. But it doesn't look like they really have the siege potential. That's really one downside to not having a consistent ADC.
Yeah, I mean, Aya is getting that Spirit Ward, which is going to help them siege a little more. But she decided to go with the Curse one first, which is probably the right move, since they want to push out as much damage as possible. Bring down the tanks as easily as they can. Chester and I are making enough amount of space for their team to be able to go and free farm. Like if you look now, Hara is still bot lane free farming, bringing up his GPM even higher. He's already quite a big margin. He's created a big margin between him and any of the members of Birthday Boyz right now. So these guys are really using their split push strategy to the best advantage they can.
Yeah, no one can 1v1 Minky right now either, thanks to that lead.
Yeah, I mean, ESKT really have to bait out that Chester ult, and then once they have, disengage the fight and then try and re-engage as soon as it's down. That's really the only way that they're gonna win this game, because they do have the better team fight if that Chester ult is unavailable.
And right now they have Hale up in the top lane. Harassing Aya. I think he's probably going to have to get out of here as we see Jinshi starting to come up and gank. If she's able to land a stun, and Aya can follow up. Looks like he is going to face check straight into Jinshi. Chris Wong goes down. A nice W to lower the resistance even further. And Bosie's actually going to come up here. Shield ult by Archaic, but he's actually going to run away for some reason. Not too sure. Nice ult by Aya to heal her. Ooh, but it's actually going to go down from a Moxie Q. Good Z-Zap.
Yeah, there's a lot of ultimates used by Birthday Boyz though to bring them down, and now the rest of Calm and Joe's team is coming in. The ultimate from Chester is available still. And Boosie getting Cursed Wand.
Oh, he's
Chester
going to go
using
down
a nice ult to bring him down, and Carter ulting the Chester. Chester still goes down rather quickly, having no additional resistances. So that's actually not a bad trade for Birthday Boyz there. They lose their Bastion, but they kill both Kara and Jinshi. And they're going to try again for Bolgia here. This had spelt death for them previously, so it might be a little...
They do have the numbers. It is 4 versus 3, but like you were saying earlier, these bosses actually kind of add an extra team member to the other side, so it's kind of a 4v4. Monte Cristo is getting zoned out in the back and getting chased down by Minky. He could go down. Meanwhile, Baldir is secured for Birthday Boyz, but Alistair and Monte Cristo go down for it. In fact, Moxie is going to go down too, and Hale's out of mana and getting chased. Jinshi can't quite get in range for the stun. I'm not too sure that was worth. They're gonna get now sieged. Joe's team's gonna double plunder, so there's gonna be a lot of plundered minions here. This tower doesn't really have a chance of surviving too much. Nice power boots by Carter. It's gonna take one last auto attack onto Archaics. He doesn't quite get his ulti off. I'm sure he would have died regardless. Now this generator is getting pushed. Nice Spirit Ward by Aya, keeping the minions alive for a little bit longer. Alistair running in, are jumping in, queuing. Nice ult onto Carter to keep him alive. Alatar just simply not able to get enough damage. The Z-Zap does finish him off though. Minky now chasing down Moxie. Can't quite. Oh, he does get it with the one last auto attack. Minky now Curse Wand. Good ultimate by Aya to keep him alive. Alatar running in. And there's just a lot of damages going on. Bozy now going down as well thanks to another Curse Wand. Minky just running through the tower and it's going to be pushing bot now. Minky's just wrecking face at this point.
Yeah, actually, it was a really nice ult by Bastion to finish off both Aya and Kester, but unfortunately, Minky is the
that's where
primary
that damage
target.
came from.
Yeah, Minky is a primary target there. And he's just, at this point, so ridiculously strong with the Chester and Aya support. Golden Protector keeping him alive, as well as the Vamp Dagger with the lifesteal and resistance that comes with it. We all know how powerful Haro can be, and he's taken this lead by just split pushing while his team successfully puts pressure on all the other lanes. And he's now nearly at 700 GPM, an absolute monster. And just overall GPM, it looks like Joe's team right now in the lead by about 18 or 19,000 gold.
That's a pretty significant gold lead.
So yeah, it's pretty much an extra item on each of their team members right now.
Yeah, you can
Quite a
see how
difference from the
confident
last
Joe's
game.
team is right now. Kettle and Joe on Chester just freely walking up mid lane alone.
Giving a
just
little
to find a
bit,
way.
give him a little bit of BM there with the fake recall.
That's definitely a good move. Bozy was doing some taunts up in top lane as well, so some friendly banter going back and forth. They're going to try to scary bush this here, see if they can get a pick. Oh, they're going to target Harrower. Not able to get the Hail ultimate onto Harrower. Moxie ults, Vex is going to ult in, it's going to land it onto two people, Rock and Roll is going to go down. Minky going into Grindelfang form, just super tanky with the Chester ult. Alatar coming in, trying to pick off Carter and Chester in the back lane, while Minky and Preferred chase down Moxie and Vex. Alatar is going to be able to chase down Carter, now able to finish off Kettleman Joe, but in the meantime, Preferred and Minky able to finish off their targets as well. Now it's just Alatar versus 1v2, trying to take down Preferred. It's got the mana for it, it's got the chase, takes down one, but now it's going to be a 1v1 between Minky and Alatar, and it's just see if Alatar can actually get away. Minky again just carrying through these team fights. He's going to queue forward. Can he switch into range form? No.
I think even with the range form, he's going to have trouble taking him down there. Alpha doing really well with the Frost Prism and the lifesteal from the Vamp Dagger to pretty much stick on any target he wants. It's just unfortunate he came into the fight so late. His team was already got 2 or 3 members down when he came in, but it just goes to show how much work Gokon can do once he has a few items. So I wouldn't lose faith in Birthday Boyz just yet. They still have a good team comp for late game and team fighting. They just need to find a way to deal with Minky and keep Chester from ulting him.
Yeah, and like many MOBAs, there is a small rubber band effect in Strife, so running 4 for 4 like that while being behind and that over 10,000 gold, that's not such a bad trade. They'll probably take that 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, most definitely. Arcanix needs to land a decent ulti on a few members of the team, follow up by the Mock the ult, and have a good game. This is where they want to disengage right now. Bastion being caught out. He doesn't have his stun up to get out. Moxie landing a nice armor, but it looks like Gokon will be in a bad position and caught out there. Takes a lot of damage from the chest roll. Nice jump by Preferred. Unfortunately misses the stun, and Bozy is using a pot to regenerate. Looks like they're going to go straight for Baldir. Curse one making it very easy to take down. And they'll take it down like 3 or 4 seconds, no problem at all.
Yeah, I think Alatar thought he could probably make one pick after he ulted and he could jump in and maybe kill the Carter, but
yeah, I mean,
it did end up saving Bozy's life since they all immediately turned and peeled him off. So
Yeah, but if you look at how the game's been going for him, he's doing most of his work after coming into a team fight and cleaning up. He definitely shouldn't be going in that early. Using his ultimate, he can do a bit of AoE damage and then just wait for his team to bring the enemies low before cleaning them up. That's his best chance right now, especially with the first enchantment from Vamp Dagger being able to keep him alive after cleaning up enemy after enemy.
So now this kind of leaves the only objective on the board is going to be Sindara at this moment. Bozy, there's going to be 3 people from each team in mid lane pushing. And there's going to be a little bot lane skirmish 2v2 between Gokong, Vex, and Jinshi Harrower. So each team is going to back off. It's going to be a little rotation around mid lane and general Sindara area.
They're doing the
Little
Sindara
scouting
then.
going there.
He scouted out
much.
Bozy, and
Ooh.
Bozy missing his stun, still trying to like body block the Aya there. Not the greatest idea. He does get Curse of Wand, and he's getting slowed quite a bit, taking quite a large amount of damage. Calm and Joe using the clone on up to there actually does quite a bit of damage, and those rockets coming in and absolutely destroying his health. He's not going to be able to do work in this team fight. And Bozy going in with a nice ultimate, Hail ulting as well, and then Monotrista coming in with the Vex ult a little bit late, and nice void key by Calm and Joe to keep himself alive. He is going to go down there. Nice ultimate by ESKT Altia to clean up those kills, and that's going to be a 3 for nothing, although Howrah is coming up and so is Jinshi. Jinshi being pretty low. They do decide to go onto the Howrah. Very big mistake by Bozy there. He's probably going to fall. Nice job by Gokong to save his teammate there.
Yeah, and the reason why that was a 5 versus 3 and a 3-0 for Birthday Boyz is because Sindara was getting 2-man by Preferred and Minky during that entire time. And they might be able to get a generator off this. Minky doing a lot of damage to Alatar. Pops his stone skin, it's going to be able to get out. Both of them are. Nice ultimate by, looks like,
Minky does go down. Really nice Q by Gokong there to keep him away. And the Thirst enchantment doing its work, bringing Altair back into fighting form. They're going to have to go bot though and deal with that monkey, but really good push by them. Actually, someone's also going to have to recall top because that top generator is taking.
Ooh, and Altair's going to get picked off here by Preferred most likely. Nice stun, good CC break, but too much damage coming out from Preferred. Altair getting way too greedy with those Ancients.
And it looks like Joe's team are going to get their third Boldeer of the game, so that's going to spawn them the Dark Wave, as they also have Kratos pushing bot third down there, helping it clear the waves. This is going to be really hard to defend against for ESKT.
And Bozy going in. Ooh, and Vex
nice ult by
trying to
Vex.
pick off the Carter.
Really nice ult by Moxie as well.
Damage.
Follow up. That's 2 members of Joe's team going to go down, but they have to recall because they have to defend against this monkey and the Dark Wave. They're going to lose some objectives here regardless, but that was a good pick for them. Good job by Vex and Moxie to scout those out, and nice map awareness.
Hale's going to do a good job of kind of zoning the Jinshi out, making sure that she doesn't really follow up as Kratos nears the generator, but is going to be stopped. Lots of shields going down from the Vex. Ooh, and Hale's actually going to take a really aggressive Q. Going to kind of ult, mainly to kind of save himself. Minky's going to get Hexbane and Cursed Wand, but he's not going to get focused. We got, some interesting split pushing going on by Birthday Boyz. Bozy is currently top lane, trying to fend off these Dark Waves, taking a lot of damage.
Overall, though, ESKT didn't do bad there. They defended against Sindara, the Kratos push and the Dark Wave. They didn't lose any major objectives. They did take a couple of towers down, but the towers are already pretty low, and they successfully defended their generators, which is the most important thing. As I said, they still have a chance in this game, although they are, just having a look at it now, around about 19,000 gold behind, but that's not a big difference from where they were 10 minutes ago, so they're definitely holding their own at this point. It's just whether or not they can start creating a smaller gap.
Yeah, and they're going to have to kind of do what they did last time, try to hopefully Joe's team falls for another scary bush and Actually, looks like Joe's team's actually setting up a scary bush themselves, possibly using Jinshi as bait. But Jinshi needs a kind of a lot of waiting game, really. The ball is in Joe's team's court at the moment. They do have the advantage, and they're going to be the ones that have to push it. They're a whole generator up. Plus some, obviously. Jinshi going to be scouting out with her Q into some of the bushes.
And a nice engage here. Hail with a good ult, but it doesn't matter because that chest ult is just gonna make Minky nearly invincible, especially with the stone skin boost. He's gonna go down fairly easily. And the ult comes out by Gokong, but he's not gonna be able to do anything. But actually he does, he picks up. This is actually a really good turnaround for ESKT. 2 kills coming out for Gokong. Minky is still alive, as is Chester.
But this is
doing
a
his best to do
2v2
some
against
AoE
Minky.
damage, but ESKT did a really good job of turning that team fight around. Oh my god, but Minky just absolutely crushes Vex. He had absolutely no chance at all. Out is still alive, he's just going to back out there. Not really much he can do on his own. Catman Joe regenerating fairly quickly, and Minky just being an absolute beast. So just having Bastion asking if they can finish the finals game tomorrow. It looks like we've had enough for one day. We'll see what we can do.
This game did start in the evening for Europe, so I can understand if they want to agree on that, we can make that happen. But for now, let's look into this game.
Yeah, you never know. ESKT can still come back and win this game, which would end the finals for them. Both teams are from the European region, so I don't think they would have a problem with that.
The dark waves are spawning.
Alex are doing a really good job of sneaking out Baldir solo this time around, spawning the Dark Waves, which is going to be a really good opportunity for them. Altair is most likely going to get picked off. Vex is going to kind of try to come in to save them, but he actually cancels it. Bozy is going to be there too. Not too sure if Vex really wanted to cancel that. Altair did end up going down. Archaic's going to jump in, try to help out the fight, but he's going to be picked off in the process. And it seems like a lot of miscommunication going on from the Birthday Boyz.
That was a really nice stun by Jinshi as well to clean up Hail, but yeah, as you said, Vex for some reason cancelling his ultimate. I think he assumed that Gokong was already dead, so he decided to cancel, but then his whole team was there, so I don't know if it was much of a communication issue as much as bad map awareness. He could have came in and made a big difference. That's like Jinshi going down almost instantly to that Moxie with the cursed wand.
Yeah, so for those not too aware, in Strife there's actually high grounds which work the same way kind of bushes do. If you don't have vision of the high ground, you can't see the person up there. So she basically just face checked right into a Moxie and Bastion and was instantly deleted.
So Joe's team looking to close out the game, but actually a few of their members are falling behind right now. Carter not in as good a position as he was, and Aya also dropping a lot of GPM. If we're taking a look at the graph, they've actually lost their lead by a little bit. They're around 17,000 gold ahead. So it's slow coming back for ESKT, but they are making some headway in this game. They can possibly still finish this game and finish the finals out here.
Yeah, the next major objective is going to be on Sindara. Bonzi Cristo doing a little pushing up in mid lane. It's a little risky, doesn't have a lot of vision going for him. I think he's trying to bait people away. He does have his ultimate available, so he can kind of make a quick escape, but it doesn't look like anyone's falling for it.
Attack this enemy.
He's going to go bot lane to wave clear that out. Jinshi scouting with her E. She does see Bozy there, and the fact that no one's taking Sindara at the moment. They're going to kind of do a little scary bush and scout with Carter Q. Ooh, Minky's just going to run up there. Kind of super tanky, not taking a lot of damage, only going down about 30%. Bozy's going to go in. We're going to need a Vex ultimate here pretty soon. Bozy just gets absolutely deleted. Really, Hale simply just couldn't get his ult off.
I think Hale already
got
cast his
deleted way too
ultimate,
fast.
unfortunately. That was
wow.
really bad misplay by those guys. Hale already used his ultimate disengaging for Bozy. Bozy still went down. Hale then went in and had a perfect opportunity to ult. Obviously it was down. And then Vex tried to follow up on the no ultimate engage as well. So really really bad play by ESKT. I hate to say it, but I was definitely, as you said earlier, it seemed like a miscommunication, and Joe's team will pick up Sindar, and it's pretty much going to be a guaranteed generator bot lane with there being no objectives in between, and 3 members of Birthday Boyz are down.
Yeah, these tournaments can get kind of lengthy, and playing a lot of competitive, high quality games in a row can kind of fatigue you. So
yeah, it definitely takes its toll. Even as casting these games, I'm starting to feel tired after, you know, just watching and trying to commentate on how these guys are playing. I hate to feel how they're feeling right now, especially as this is actually quite a relatively bigger tournament as well, with 7 teams competing. Especially for the EU guys too, being as it's like, I don't know, midnight for them right now.
yeah, indeed. Looks like they're gonna have to find a way to, you know, stop this Sindar pushing from the top lane. Looks like their answer is to do a split push from mid lane and bot lane. There's kind of there's still a lot of disconnect. They got 3 mid and 2 bots, which is a strange split. Usually in Strife, you kind of want a solo lane pushing, since solo lanes do earn gold for your entire team. And normally 3 people can get picked out or outnumbered quite easily in a general MOBA.
Yeah, and you see here that Cam and Joe's team are trying to like stay hidden so that they can get the jump on the Birthday Boyz. Let's see what they're doing exactly now. Bozy in a bad position. He is really tanky. He has that stone skin, but they're going to take a lot of damage. Minky taking a huge amount of damage, but he does get ulted by Chester. Chester using his Void Key to avoid taking damage. Bozy getting down really low now. The Monkey has jumped on the generator. Moxie with a nice Void Key to disengage, disjoint that Carter ultimate. There's a huge amount of damage going down on the generator now, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to clean it up. Really good job by ASKT there actually to pick up Carter and not lose anyone and save their generator.
Yeah, Alatar did a great job of ulting, getting into the backline, sniping Carter, and was actually 1 auto attack away from taking down Aya, but decided to run away instead. Possibly that 1 auto attack may have been enough to kill him, since he would have taken a lot more damage, but either way, he missed an opportunity to kill the Aya. I'm a bit surprised on that one.
Yeah, for sure. But honestly, I was surprised that they managed to do as good as they did. With the Monkey pushing down mid and how far behind they are. They've actually closed that gap even further now. I'm just going to take another look at the gold graph. It's about 16,000 now, so nowhere near as bad as it was 10-15 minutes ago when we're looking at 20k nearly. We're really going to be taking top power here. Just tanking it. He is quite huge now. He does have stone skin as well, so he has an even bigger tank advantage in team fights. Cattleman Joe has been doing a great job of ulting Minky and then Void Keying to ensure that the ult doesn't get disjointed.
Yeah, it looks like the next objective is going to be over Baldir. Hale's scouting out. He does have the ability to escape with his Q. He's trying to scout out where the rest of the team is, but again, Joe's team is doing a good job of keeping themselves hidden. Jinshi scouting again with her E. It's a good tool to scout out to see if any objectives are being done. Hale walking into the Carter queue, just saying, yo, I can take this. And Chester ults.
In. That's a really early ult. This is going to be a really big advantage for SKT if they can make use of it.
Oh, man.
Hale went in way too early there. He should have waited for that ultimate to come off. That's a big throw by Hale there.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to fight there.
But ESKC still have an opportunity with the huge damage coming out from Altia's ult. He gets 2 members just with the Q alone. He needs to take down Minky. Minky gets heckling. Minky does go down. And Cattleman Joe is alive on his own. He has a lot of disengage tools, but he's very squishy on his own, and he's going to go down as well. And that's going to be a full team wipe. If they can push down one of these lanes now, they have a big wave up top. They could potentially end this game, or at least get Generator and put themselves back in a position to win.
That was a 4v5 that they just won, but keep in mind, you know, as we pointed out, Chester wasted his ult. That's exactly what they wanted to do.
Yeah, it was just
despite
unfortunate
Chester
Hale.
almost down.
Yeah, Hale went way too early with the armor, but it was still good for them as they did bait out that armor. It ended, and that gave them a massive opportunity to end. They could potentially end here. They're doing massive amounts of damage to these objectives.
Yeah,
Got
this
a big,
is
big creep
potentially
wave.
GG. I don't think they want to end
They're
though.
not going to end. They're going to go for a
generator.
second generator. I believe this is a mistake, personally. They may not be able
Yeah,
to get the
I
correct.
think
This
they
is probably a
could've won
good
the
idea.
game.
This might be a good idea for them. They probably couldn't have got the corrects. They are going to take 2 generators as well. That's going to be a massive lead for them. Sorry, a massive comeback for them. Just looking at the gold graph, actually, they're pretty much on par with Joe's team. Really well played by them. Gokong just showing his late game potential, absolutely destroying the competition.
Yeah, they're going to take 2 generators and follow up with even another tower from that. I don't know, man. I thought they could have ended the game there, I guess. But they played it safe.
Actually, saying that, I thought they could have too, but then when I looked at the spawn timers, you only had like 15 seconds left on most of the members, and Crux are a lot tankier than you think. I mean, they're even tankier than Generators. I'm not sure they could have ended safely, and it was a lot more reliable to take the second Generator and try and end with the gold advantage they would get from that. I mean, they're already winning teamfights with being that far behind in gold. Now they're on par. As long as they don't make any mistakes, they should be able to close this game out in the next fight.
Yeah, I guess.
And they're taking out Joe straight away.
Onto the Chester.
Joe does use his Void Key, but it's not going to be enough because Flex is going to come in with an ultimate. Nice ultimate, doing huge damage with Altia's ult as well. They take down 2 members of Joe's team here, but Bird going to take down 2. Boozy chasing Chester. Chester ults himself, but it's not going to be enough because Boozy is much faster. He's going to be able to take him down. He goes straight down. This is Gun and Spell. GG for Joe's team, with Carter being the only member alive. They're just going to tank this last generator and then take the Crux, I guess.
Yep. Wow, that was Joe just.
Yeah, that was
getting a little
bit
bit
of
too
bad
curious.
position for Joe there. He's not tanky on his own, and you know he was really carrying his team for the majority of this game. So really unfortunate for him to be caught in a position like that. But GG, good game. Really well played by ESKT to Birthday Boyz to come back and win that. I can't believe how far they were 20,000 gold behind and they still won that game. So it
Yeah,
just goes to
that
show.
just goes to show you. Yeah,
late game comps are just you know, as long as you can hold out until that point, especially with a character like Gokong who was doing massive amounts of damage in those team fights, you can still win the game. So never give up, teams. Never give up.
Well, that's a good point to end GSC number 12, the European special today. Congratulations to Birthday Boyz. Special shout out to ESKT Alater. It is his 22nd birthday today. Each of them will be rewarded with 250 gems. Third place will go to Who is Vau Vau. Each of them will be earning 150 gems. And then another shout out to our third place, the Saboteurs. Each of them will be earning 100 gems. I'd like to make a special thank you to my co-caster, Snacks Dailier, for also helping cast and stream today. Special shout out to our admin, Snacks True Babe, who also was able to admin the games that you did not see on this stream. And then another shout out to Tridian for stepping up last moment and offering to cast some of the games that we couldn't cover. So thank you to all of them. And of course, S2 for making Strife and providing us with the wonderful rewards to encourage players to help play. If you guys are interested in playing, you can head over to our site. It's just right below. You'll see 3 links. One of them will be to eShreks. Other one will be to Snacks Crew, and the other one will be to our GSC site. So again, thanks for coming out and watching Gods of Strife, and we will see you next week on the Fields of Strife. See you later, guys.